Ladies, today I will share with you 5 things to consider before marrying a foreigner. This video is continuation from my previous upload. If you've not seen that, I will link that in the description box. It's about an interracial couple, Korra Obidi and Justin Dean divorce scandal. And before I made that video, I received a message from Instagram. I started with looking into Korra Obidi's current situation, relating it to my experience while I was going through postpartum depression. Hello ladies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nancy. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and welcome to my space. If you are a returning subscriber, hi ladies, thank you for stopping by today and thank you for watching my other videos. Relating to our question, I believe people judge interracial couples too much. Some people think interracial marriage is wrong and a disaster and might wound the children in future, while some other people think ladies married to white men can be there because of financial benefits, and it could never work because there's no love and because of the past history of mistreatment of the black in century ago. They feel there will not be love in such marriages. Well, I think everyone should have the freedom to date someone outside their race, and I believe interracial relationship is about teaching and learning because we are from different culture and from different race. The question she asked, what do you think could be the reason, not only for Korra but other interracial couples I have seen? Does it mean interracial marriage does not last? Well, I cannot really say what could be the reason why breakups for interracial marriage, because people get into marriage for different reasons. If you are not married for the right reason, then it's possible for a divorce in the future when you don't see what you are expecting. That's why when young girls contact me, they want to marry a white man, I ask them, why you want to get married to a white man? And some girls to tell, I want to marry a white man because they are generous, because I want a baby with a curly hair, because if you take me abroad, I will not suffer. Let's be honest, I will be very blunt with you. Not all white men are rich. Ladies, I'm not here to discourage you, but you need to be aware because an educated mind can never be enslaved. Education brings respect and power. Now ladies, let's find out what those 5 things are. Understanding. Does he have an open and matured mind? Is it diverse? Does he understand the different race? If you are not in the same place, you don't have common understanding in certain things like culture, it will be a problem. Communication. Are you able to communicate with this person? Are you able to understand him? Are you in the same pace? Because if you are not in the same pace while discussing, if you don't understand yourself, I wonder what you will be discussing all the time you are married to this person. Are you able to have a normal and friendly conversation? Because if you do not have friendly and normal conversation, it might affect the marriage in future. And I wonder what you will be discussing with such person when you don't have the same common understanding, like you did not educating on some certain things which it will discover in future. Because when kids are not there, honestly, there are some things we don't know, but when kids start to come, you start to discover so many things. Now when I talk about understanding, is the African voice, especially we Nigerians, our accent sounds dominating, especially when we are angry. How we speak, how we communicate, somebody that does not understand you might feel you are dominating or aggressive. Does your partner really understand your accents and how you talk, your way of life? Does he understand that this is what is going to encounter? Because most cases when we are dating, we don't really face arguments, like to be very angry. When kids are there, you face a lot of arguments, and when you're arguing, of course you are angry, and when you're angry, you forget your feminine voice in most cases. So does your partner really understand? West Africans, when we are pissed about something, we become very loud, if you understand my point. While dating the man, you have to educate him. This is how Africans speak. Is he able to defend you in such case? In that way, you don't have to say sorry all the time, because they understand you and your person, how you are, and you be in a safe place when he's able to defend you. And does he also laugh at your comic? Because African comic, for example, is different from the way they see comedy. Comic, like somebody fall down, instead of you to say sorry, you laugh at it first before you help the person. Or someone gets hurt, before you say, oh sorry, you first of all laugh at it because it's funny to you how the person got hurt. But foreigners will not take it that way. It will look like, oh, you are laughing at me, you're supposed to come help me, I'm making fun of my situation. So you have to educate your partner. It's all about educating while you are dating. Communication. Be able to communicate with your partner, you both to understand your cultural differences. What joke you can take and what jokes he cannot take. Is he matured in the mind? That's the point. Cultural differences. There are some things we do, it will not be normal to foreigners, and there are some things they do, it will piss us off, like we feel disrespected in a way. So this is what dating from another race, we are coming from different background, different upbringing. There are things different from us, our own sense of humor and common sense at the same time. These are what you will find. I'm a very vocal person. I like to express myself. If there's something I see that does not go well with me, Nancy will speak. Is he able to defend you in cases like this? Because you will find this happen in your relationship. When you start to have kids, or when you start to meet his relatives or family and friends, sometimes there will be things that will not suit well on you, and because you are not happy about it, you want to speak out. Then if your partner will be able to defend you, like, no, in Africa it is done this way, this is why she's reacting this way. Many Westerners are very direct. Is he in the same page with you? Like having kids, for example. Make sure you and your partner, you are equal in this marriage in terms of making decisions, and don't just agree to everything it tells you just because you want to marry a white man, you want to go abroad. Because lack of information, greed, desperation, and poverty. I know someone in Nigeria that agrees with his partner not going to have kids because the guy don't want kids anymore. It's already divorced and he has 2 kids already. She agreed because there's hardship. So when you see this kind of opportunity, sometimes some ladies will say, okay, no problem. But in the long run, when you are in that relationship, maybe you want kids, your interest becomes different, it becomes a problem. And if you complain, you are the one bridging the contract because he already communicates all this to you from the beginning. Next point, how does he treat you? How does he treat people of same race with you? Does he show pride when he's with you? Does he treat people of same race with you nice as he does to you? Is he accepting? Because we Africans, we accept and accommodate visitors like family members, for example. Let him know your family can visit, because most foreigners, they like privacy. They do not like family members to come visiting. Make sure you let him know that you have family that can visit. Maybe your family is in the country for holiday, for example. They want to come visit you, or you have friends in that area. Now, it should not be all the time. Occasionally, you can have friends come visit. Does he accept that? We Africans, our family are big, but do not let them take advantage. But your man is supposed to understand that family is part of our culture, and set boundaries also for family members, not showing up at your gate and they expect you to open the door to come in, or you should accept that. No, there should be boundaries, but it should allow you to have guests, because most foreigners, they like privacy. They'll tell you no visitors. They just want to be alone. In Africa, we are not used to that. We move with crowd, if you understand my point. Culture and tradition. A man that is able to compromise in your culture and tradition. Maybe paying bride price, for example, because that is new for Westerners. They do not take bride price, but in Africa we take bride price. You need to explain and communicate that to your partner while you are dating. So it will not be an issue when you want to get married. They will tell you, why should I pay for you? Why should I buy you? No, you have to communicate that so it will be clear. Africans have tradition, and tradition has to be respected. It took me and my husband time to explain to his parents our tradition, how it works in terms of bride price. Dating someone from different race will definitely find something different. He should be aware. You should introduce him to your culture and tradition so he will understand and know when he finally visits to marry you, it will not be too new for him. I know some of you will say, no, white men, they are very caring, they are very respectful. Not all. You have to choose an educated one, or should I say, someone that is matured in the mind before you can say all that, because they are not superhuman beings. Racism. You have to be aware of racism because at one point in your life, you will have to deal with racism. Are you able to overcome it? Because it's a lot of work to go through it while you are in an interracial marriage. And this might not be in the family where you are married in, because they might be educated and exposed to these things and they might not be judgmental. But in the city, you can encounter them in the city. I've not really experienced racism. That I've not faced it now does not mean that I might not face it in the future. That is something I'm preparing my mind towards. That, of course, even in Africa, when you're married to different tribe, the way some people act is like racism, in my own opinion. So racism is everywhere, just that the focus is more on interracial couples or mixed kid. My black sisters in the US facing racism, but for me myself, I've never faced it, and I would say I'm lucky I've not faced it. I do not know how I will handle it, but I'm prepared. Ladies, I also want to point this to you to be aware. Many of them, they are blunt and direct with no secret. Be aware that most of them don't mind their business. Don't be surprised. Something which you think is the business of you and your partner, you get to hear it from your partner's family members because they do not keep secrets. Something you feel is private and should be between you and your partner, you hear it. Maybe you hear questions relating to that in a dinner, or you're just discussing with a family member of your partner and you just hear it. Do not be surprised. Most of them do not keep secrets. In most cases, you cannot control, especially with their upbringing. And majority of these cases happen when you are married to Europeans. If you are married to a European and you have experienced this, or from any other race at all, let me know in the comment section. Have you experienced this before? I have experienced it, and what I did to put that to stop is to communicate to my partner that I do not like my business to be discussed with family members. Do not ask somebody's opinion about something that I discuss with you. You understand my point, ladies? So these are one of the challenges you will find, and with communication and understanding, your partner will understand that you do not like such thing. Respect and love he has for you, it can't stop, but there's no promise in that way, because someone I know, even when she and her husband fight about this thing, whenever it happens, it still happens because it's the way it was brought up. And most cases, you cannot change an old man at old age. It takes a lot of matured minds to be able to change that aspect. It's something you don't need to fight about. Just inform your partner, I do not like this. I do not want people to interfere in your business. So in that way, your secrets will be kept to some extent, but it's not 100%. This is their way. This is how many of them live their life. It's only a child that is not really close to the mom like the upbringing. If you bring your child up very well, there will be that kind of bond. You want to seek opinion of your parents when it happened. This is why I said, when you are dating, ensure before you get married to such men, he has a matured mind. You are able to communicate, understand yourself, and is open-minded to see reasons in your own way and your culture, and the both of you will be able to compromise. Because if you are not able to compromise and understand some certain things, that is when couples divorce, because of the differences. Like I said previously, dating a foreigner is all about learning and educating yourselves, because it's obvious you have different upbringing, different culture, different understanding, but educating yourself will make you both understand things. Now, I do not believe interracial marriage does not last long, because I've seen interracial couples that are old. When I went to Road Grace for holiday, I just had one child then. I saw one couple, they have a daughter. The woman is a black lady, Nigerian to be precise, and the husband is from Germany, and they are still together until that age. The daughter is already 17 years old, who came with them on holiday with a boyfriend. And it was my son that played to where she was playing with sand that drew her attention. Like, cute boy, she started to speak with me. So it's not true interracial marriage does not work. My lady that sent me this message, do not be scared. Be able to communicate with your partner, understand, and be able to compromise. Everything must not be your way, or everything cannot be his own way. You have to meet to an agreement to some certain things. That's how it works. And this is not only for interracial couples. I believe same race, they compromise. One partner has to be a fool for it to work, because we are from different family and different upbringing. It's not about different race. Next point, does he know you like African food and you would be cooking your African food in the house while he's there or away, but you will be able to eat African food? Because some of our African food, the smell might not be pleasant to his nose, so he needs to know and understand. We all know some African food is not pleasant to the nose, so he needs to be aware. In fact, sometimes eat his food, and sometimes prepare your food and make him enjoy your delicacy. That way you will not have issues in the future. Because while you're dating him, if your food is not pleasant to his nose and always complaining for you not to eat it, then there's no relationship there. That will not last, because it will get to a point you will miss your African food and you want to eat. And most cases, you do not find African restaurant. You want to buy the food stuff or order your food from Africa and then prepare and enjoy your meal at the comfort of your home. But if your partner is complaining about the smell, or he don't like you eating it, then there's going to be a problem. Do not marry a white man and feel is going to lift them out of poverty you have in your head. You have to understand the person. If he's open-minded, is free to be able to accept that. Many white men, when they work for themselves, wife and their children. They save for their future. A white man isn't going to give you all he worked for you to enrich your family in Africa. Most men. But I believe, I'm a strong believer of how you started your relationship. If you start your relationship and it gives you money to support your family back home, then you are lucky. This is why I'm advocating, advice ladies, for you to get upkeep for your partner if he does not do that, because that is the only way you can be independent and be able to help your family back home. Now, ladies, I'm not trying to scare you, but these are the truths. What I've experienced in almost my 10 years relationship with my husband. And by the way, I came with this quote to encourage you, my black sisters, that we are the very blueprint of African beauty. Do not try to copy paste what you are not. This is why I came up with this look, free from wig today, so you can see me natural. Since I'm trying to encourage my black sisters to be themselves while dating foreigners. So ladies, my next upload will be challenges faced as African ladies married to foreigners. Now, if you have any related future topic you would like me to discuss on my channel, please kindly leave it in the comment section, and I'm also active on Instagram. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, ladies, and